Manhattan, New York is one of the wealthiest areas in the world. Known for its prominent bridges and tunnels, skyscrapers like the Empire State Building, it's also home to the New York Knicks and New York Rangers. Surrounding Central Park is Billionaires Row. The name Billionaires Row is given to the group of ultra-luxury residential skyscrapers that surround the southern end of Central Park. From Robert De Niro to Michael Bloomberg, Manhattan is home to the world's most wealthy and successful. This wasn't always the case, though. Manhattan was once just a no-name land owned by the indigenous Americans. That was until the year 1606 when the Dutch purchased Manhattan Island for $24 worth of beads and trinkets. Over the next almost 400 years, Manhattan would become what it is today. There's much speculation on the true total value of Manhattan. I mean, let's be real. How could you put a price tag on an island which houses the most famous skyline in the world? The best restaurants, the best apartment buildings, world-renowned theaters, 41 in and out of Times Square alone. The biggest museum in the country, it is the cultural, financial, media, and entertainment capital of the world. But let's say you were bored one day and looking for something to do, so you decide you'd like to purchase Manhattan. Well, luckily for you, you've met me, and I, for one, after countless hours, have been able to calculate a price to put on Manhattan. First things first, the skyscrapers. There's 421 of them, including 16 superscrapers, which means they're more than 300 meters in height. But there's 20 skyscrapers out of the 421 that need to be priced separately. Number 20 is the Chrysler Building. This Art Deco skyscraper is the tallest brick building in the world with a steel framework. Standing at 1,046 feet, it was the first building to surpass 1,000 feet in height and was the tallest building in the world from 1930 to 1931. Now, the price of this building might surprise you. That is to say, it doesn't come with somewhat of a valid reason why it's priced at what it is. But in 2019, the building sold for just $150 million. This is because the land that the building sits on is not part of the deal. The land is owned by a private company and actually leases the land to the owners of the building. You're probably wondering how much money could it be to lease the land that is ground to one of the most famous buildings in the world? And the answer to that question is $31.5 million per year. That's equivalent to $2.625 million per month. If you add the value of the land, which is $700 million, along with the price of the building at $150 million, you get a grand total of $850 million. Number 19, the Bank of America Tower. This 1,200-foot skyscraper is home to the headquarters of Bank of America. It opened May 1st, 2009 and is worth around $1 billion. Number 18, 70 Pine Street. This building was the tallest building in downtown New York City twice until the completion of 4 World Trade Center in 2013. This Art Deco building was opened in 1932 and is worth $1.1 billion. Number 17, the New York Times Building. This 1,046-foot building opened in 2006 and is home to the $7.7 billion company to the New York Times. This building has a worth of $1.3 billion. Number 16, 53 West 53rd. Standing at 1,050 feet, this building was completed in 2019 and is worth $1.5 billion. Number 15, the 157 Building. This 1,004-foot building is home to the 210-room Park Hyatt Hotel and 92 condominium units above. This building is worth $1.5 billion. Number 14, 35 Hudson Yards. Located near Hell's Kitchen, Chelsea, and Penn Station, this building is part of the Hudson Yards project. Opening in 2019 and standing 1,010 feet tall, this building is worth $1.5 billion. Number 13, 432 Park Avenue. This 1,396-foot building is home to the $169 million top-floor penthouse. With 125 luxury condominiums, this building is home to a mix of local and foreign homeowners and is estimated at $1.5 billion. Number 12, the Steinway Tower. 84 floors and standing at 1,428 feet and situated along Billionaires Row, this is the world's thinnest skyscraper with a width-to-height ratio of 1 to 24. This tower is perfectly aligned with Central Park, giving a symmetrical view of the Upper East Side and the Upper West Side. This tower is worth around $2 billion. Number 11, 4 World Trade Center. Located on Greenwich Street and south of the eastern corner of the World Trade Center site, this building stands at 978 feet tall and is worth $2 billion. Number 10, the Empire State Building. With the Empire State Building being number 10 on this list, it makes you wonder how much could the other 9 skyscrapers be. Standing at 1,454 feet, it's the 4th tallest building in New York City, the 6th tallest in the United States, and the 43rd tallest tower in the world. Home to 73 elevators and 1,872 steps, this building was completed in just 410 days in 1931 at a cost of $40 million, which is equivalent to $740 million today in 2023. The antenna of the building is hit 25 times a year on average by lightning. This building will cost you around $2.5 billion. Number 9, 3 World Trade Center. Constructed in 2010, this building covers 2.5 million square feet and is priced at $2.75 billion. Number 8, 1 Manhattan West. This 67-story skyscraper was completed in 2019 and stands at 996 feet. You could snatch this building for a cool $3 billion. Number 7, Central Park Tower. Opened in 2020, this super tall skyscraper standing at 1,550 feet is located along Billionaires Row. It's the second tallest building in New York City, the United States, and the Western Hemisphere. It's the tallest primarily residential building in the world, and it will cost you $3 billion. Number 6, the Spiral Building. Opened in 2022, this 1,031-foot skyscraper takes up 2.85 million square feet and will run you $3.7 billion. Number 5, One World Trade Center. Holding the rank as the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, this is the main building of the rebuilt World Trade Center site in Lower Manhattan. The building stands at 1,792 feet and opened November 3rd, 2014. The building has 71 elevators and they travel at 23 miles an hour, going from the ground floor to the 102nd floor in 60 seconds, and will cost you $3.9 billion. Number 4, 50 Hudson Yards. Opened October 19th, 2022 and standing at 1,010 feet, this building was developed as part of the Hudson Yards project and valued at $4 billion. Number 3, the Condé Nast. Also known as 4 Times Square, this 48-story, 1,118-foot skyscraper opened in the year 2000 and will cost you a spare $4 billion. Number 2, 30 Hudson Yards. At 1,100 feet, it's the 6th tallest building in New York City and 8th in the United States. It's home to the world's 2nd highest outdoor observation platform with transparent flooring. Aside from the Empire State Building, it's the 2nd biggest tourist attraction in New York City, and it will cost you $4.1 billion. Number 1, One Vanderbilt. Standing at 1,401 feet, this super tall skyscraper opened September 14th, 2020. It's the tallest office tower in Manhattan, and if you don't feel like going on the observation deck 1,020 feet up, you could just check out the 360 view on their website. Grand Central Station sued One Vanderbilt over air rights and unused development rights, but Vanderbilt was still allowed to continue building. This beauty of a building will cost you $5 billion. Now, add up all of these prices, and we get a number of $49.6 billion. That's a lot of money for only 20 buildings in Manhattan, considering there's 62,000 total buildings in Manhattan. Yes, you heard me right. 62,000 buildings. 62,000 minus the 20 we just did leaves us at 61,980. On average, each building in Manhattan has 6 stories. Each story on average is priced at $15,200,000. So $15,200,000 times 6 equals $91,200,000. So when we multiply $91,200,000 times 61,980, we get $5,652,576,000,000. Yes, that's right, I said trillion. We take the $5,652,576,000,000 and add the $49,600,000,000 from the other 20 buildings, and we get a total of $5,702,176,000,000. Add an extra $2.1 trillion for the entire amount of developable land on Manhattan, and we get a total of $7,802,176,000,000. And if you're paying a price like this, I'm pretty sure they'll throw the bridges and tunnels in free of charge. Just so we can wrap our heads around $7.8 trillion, let's look at this photo for clarity. Oh, and Manhattan is 3.4 miles long and 2.3 miles wide. So that comes out to $582,251,940,298.50 per mile. I hope this video is useful for those looking to buy Manhattan. I'm Nick from Vandy's Cars and Collectibles, and thanks for watching.